What is good, everybody? Welcome back to Joe's Card Stash. And it's happened. We finally got the announcement we've been waiting for. Topps and Fanatics have announced that they indeed have the license for UFC and are going to start making UFC products, starting with Topps Chrome, which is coming out at the end of February. Huge news. I'm still processing it. They've released some preview images, some details about the boxes. We're going to talk about all that stuff. But first, I have an order from PSA that I just got back. I believe there's 8 or 9 cards in here, mostly UFC stuff, a couple other things. Want to show you some grades I got, should talk about why I picked the cards I picked to get graded, all that stuff. So we're going to do this first, then we're going to talk about Topps Chrome and Topps in general, and that's it. It's going to be a fun video. Please, as always, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff, share. Really helps me with the channel. And with that being said, let's talk some UFC cards. So I just got this order back from PSA. This was their 2024 special. It's all modern cards. You had to submit any cards from 2003 or later, which obviously includes all UFC cards. So they fit into this category. I knew when they do these $15 grading specials, they get overrun with cards. So I wanted to send in some cards really quickly. So I had 10 cards ready to go, or I think it's 9 or 8 cards ready to go. Sent them in just to get them in quickly, and I've already gotten them back. It's been like 20 days or something like that, 25 business days. So really fast turnaround for PSA. That's awesome. If they can keep that up, that's amazing. There's mostly UFC in here, but there's also baseball and football, and I'll explain why once I get into it. So I've already seen the grades. Like I said, I always say, I can't wait to look at them. So I've seen the grades, but you guys haven't, so it'll be a surprise for you. But let's take a look and see what we got here. There we go. And actually, we'll put them over here and start one at a time. So our first card is Mr. Justin Gaethje. This is an auto out of 75. I pulled this out of a select box. One of those ones where right when I pulled it out, I was like, that is clean. That could PSA 10 super easily. So I put it in a pile of stuff I wanted to send to PSA, and it got a PSA Gem Mint 10. Really cool card. I actually collect Justin Gaethje. I'll probably sell this card because it's not, the stuff I want to collect is kind of older. I like his top stuff. So probably sell this and try to see if I can get some top cards of his. Also, pretty much every card I'm going to show you is for sale. So if you guys are interested in any of these, hit me up. I'm trying to build up some money to take to Burbank, the Burbank Card Show in a couple weeks. So please, DM me on Instagram, joes_card_stash. If you're interested in any of these cards, it would be helping me out. Next card this is an interesting one. This is Sean O'Malley. This is a Panini Instant card. Let's see if I can cover that up. So I've been messing around with Panini Instant and Topps Now cards. These are, if you guys don't know, these are the cards that they put online like right after either a game or an event. And this was right after Sean O'Malley got the belt and knocked out Aljamain Sterling. I'm not a big Sean O'Malley fan, but it seemed like a very big moment in the UFC. So I bought this card because, it's $15 online. And I know there's a million Sean O'Malley fans out there. And with some of these, you can get numbered cards. I didn't get it. This is just a base card. But also, I know that these things, they come right out of the factory. They're not in packs. So they tend to grade really well. So I figured I could probably grade this and get a PSA 10, which I did. Gem Mint 10, Sean O'Malley, iconic moment. I figure, hopefully some fan will be interested in this card, and I'll let you know how it goes, see what I can sell it for. I don't think there's very many of these, if any at all, online, so I'm interested to see what it sells for. Next card is Mr. Giga Chikadze. This is also an auto out of Prism. It's a silver auto out of 2022 Prism. I think I pulled this out of a box as well, and same thing. It seemed very well centered, very clean surface. I figured it would PSA 10 without doing much of anything to it. I know there's Giga fans out there. He's kind of kind of gone under the radar for a little bit, but I think he's going to fight definitely sometime soon. So probably sell this around then. And, oh, yeah, it got a PSA 10. So, you know, can't be mad at that. Another PSA 10, getting a lot of gems in this order. Very happy with it. Any Giga fans out there, let me know. Next card is Chuck Liddell, and this is from round 2. I had his round 1 card. As you know, I collect round 1 cards. It's my big PC, but I don't like Chuck Liddell's round 1 rookie card. It's a terrible photo. It's like the back of his head. He's out of focus. This is such a better photo. So honestly, I consider this his rookie card because I just like it better. So I'm trying to get a Gem Mint 10 out of this. These round 2 cards can gem pretty easily, whereas round 1 cards, very, very, very hard. So I've just been trying to buy really good versions of these and see if I can get a Gem Mint 10. This one got a 9, which is still good. I mean, you know, it's not bad for a card this old, but still shooting for a 10. I have another one of these going to PSA right now. We'll see if maybe I can get a 10 on that. But, you know, a 9 is definitely a still good grade for this card, and it's such an iconic, great card. And I still consider it Chuck Liddell's rookie, so there you go. Next card is Max Holloway. This card I bought as a single. I just love this card. The way the flag and the colors, this is the white parallel out of 125. Beautiful card. I wanted this for my PC. I love Max. I'm going to start collecting more Max cards, and this is just one, you know, with the newer sets, I'll just see something I like and be like, I have to have that. So I bought this, looked really clean, sent it in, and got a 7. This is one of those things. I feel like every once in a while with PSA, you get some grade and you're like, what the hell is going on there? I have no idea what is wrong with this card. I've looked it over. I don't see anything. No dings. Corners look good. Looks pretty centered. No clue. I may just crack this just to find out what they saw because I'm very, very curious. A little sad about that one. You know, maybe I'll try to find another one. Next, we're getting a little older. This is Topps Chrome UFC. Topps Chrome coming out soon, but this is the first year of Topps Chrome. This is 2017. This is Valentina Shevchenko's rookie. This was actually a card I cracked out of a SGC slab. It was an SGC 9.5, and it was kind of an experiment. I wanted to see if SGC's 9.5s would transfer over to PSA 10s. You know, I cracked it out, looked at it, looked really good. I like Valentina. It's just a base card. I was actually able to buy this for pretty much the same price you could get a raw one, so I was like, why not? So it got a PSA 10. It did it. So that goes to show, you know, if you can find SGC 9.5s, you may want to, you know, if you like PSA slabs, you may want to crack it and try to submit it, may get a 10. I'm a big Valentina fan. I wish this wasn't just a base card. I'd probably want something a little higher of this, so I might just try to sell this and see if I can upgrade. And that was the plan with the next card as well. This is Islam Makhachev's rookie out of 2019 Topps Chrome. I do collect Islam Makhachev. I think he's probably one of the best fighters out there right now. And I want his rookie card, but this was really an experiment. This, I wanted to see if I could buy a base, get it graded, get a 10, sell it, buy the next thing up like a refractor, get that graded, get that, sell that, use the money I make from that, and just keep upgrading and see how high it can go. So this did get a Gem Mint 10. So that's fantastic. I'm going to sell this and then take that money to buy a refractor, which should cover, you know, what I make from this should cover the cost for that, and then see if I can get that graded, et cetera, and see how I can move up. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll keep you guys updated, but kind of a fun experiment. And this just goes to show, I mean, Topps Chrome cards grade really well. Hopefully the new ones do the same thing. You know, they just had really good quality control back then. You know, obviously Panini had some trouble, so I would love to see if Topps can keep that going with their new products. Next card. Now we are getting into the non-UFC cards. This is Mr. Julio Rodriguez. Plays for the Seattle Mariners. Big rookie prospect. Finished the year last year really, really strong. The reason I'm buying some baseball cards right now is this is a great time to buy baseball cards. If you buy them now and get them graded, you can sell them right before spring training and make some money. And that's what I'm doing with my non-UFC stuff, is getting stuff graded in non-UFC, you can make way more than you can getting stuff graded with UFC cards for some reason. I don't know why, but these are all just investments that I'm trying to make money so I can buy more UFC cards. So bought this for $50, I think, and this got a Gem Mint 10. So that's huge. This will now sell for about $150, so I'll probably make $100 profit on this. Toss that in the bank account and buy some UFC cards with it. Next is, let's do that one last. Next is another Julio Rodriguez. This is his, what is this? Purple Refractor rookie out of Topps Chrome updated. And same thing, got this for $20, trying to PSA 10. If I PSA 10, it gets $100 or $120. So 1, 2, 3, it got a 9. What can you do? I knew it was off center a little bit, so I was wondering if it would still make it through, but it didn't. That's a gamble you take. Cool thing is I can probably sell this for about what I paid for it with grading, so I'll break even with the 9s, which is another reason why grading is so great to make money. If you get a 9 or a 10, 9 you break even, 10 you make a bunch of money. It's not really much of a risk unless you get under that. And lastly is a CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud was incredible last year, the one rookie standout, and Topps has an exclusive agreement with him. So they produced this card when he had a major game. It was 470 yards and 5 touchdowns, which I think was a rookie record. So they released this Topps Now card. Again, like the Panini Instant cards, I feel like, these things are very collectible. So I just bought it. It was $15, and I figured I'd get it graded, see what happens, hopefully sell it before the end of the season because he was going to the playoffs. But sadly, PSA took a little while longer than I expected. And well, no, that's not true. I just didn't get it in time. So I got it back after he got knocked out of the playoffs. So this card isn't selling for anywhere near what it should be. But I need a PSA 10, and I got a PSA 9. So this goes to show that, sometimes if you send it straight from the factory to PSA, you still don't get the 10. So, I don't always get 10s, guys. If this did get a 10, I would have made some money on it for sure, especially if it would have gotten back to me quickly. Seems like with this Topps Now and Panini stuff, you have to do it very, very fast. I'm probably going to lose some money on this. PSA 9 on this card doesn't sell for very much. So we'll see. I'll put it up and see what I can get back. But it was a fun experiment. So that's everything for the PSA reveal. What do you guys think? Are you guys interested in any of these cards? Let me know. And yeah, let's get into good stuff. Let's talk about Topps taking over the UFC license. Okay, it's time to talk about the biggest news to happen to the UFC card market since 2020 when this happened before, when Panini took over the UFC card license. I'm going to give you my initial thoughts, look at some of the preview images and just tell you my hopes, my concerns, my thoughts on the designs that they've shown so far. But to do that, we're going to go over to the computer so we can look at everything. So I'm going to jump on the computer, go through everything that's happened over the last 48 hours, look at some early images of Topps Chrome cards, and just talk it all out. So let's do that. Let's get right into it. So this was the first thing all of us saw. I think this was Monday morning. Sports Card Investor put this up on their Instagram. Breaking news. UFC and Fanatics Collectibles have unveiled an exclusive trading card deal set to begin with the release of Topps Chrome UFC on February 28th. And they showed this pack, which is interesting because this is the same pack that was, I believe, leaked months and months ago where someone took a photo. It looked like it was in a factory or something like that. And a lot of people thought it was fake, but it wasn't fake. These were the exact people they had on the box and the pack and all that stuff. So this is what it looked like. So that leaked picture was for real. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, this came out, and then they gave us a whole bunch of preview images of cards, which I'm going to get into in a minute when I talk about the design. But then also you had like all these different places had stories about it. Like, God, it was on ESPN. It was on Sportico, it was on Beckett, all these different places had stories about it, Bloomberg News. So it was a really big deal. It was pretty cool that, all these people wanted to talk about it. And my friend Turnit, who, went through all of these are all different press releases, but he found one that had something different than the rest of them. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is it. So from Sportico, All this stuff basically says the same thing. It says, UFC, Topps is returning and all this stuff. But this specific one said right here, Fanatics Topps brand will produce 7 new products to be released throughout the year. So that's really interesting. That's a look into how many products they were going to be releasing. No one else mentioned this, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I was really, really interested in how many products Topps was going to release, because back in the day when Topps had the license, they only released 3 or 4 products a year. They did Chrome, they did Museum Collection, they did Knockout, and then usually something else like Top of the Class or Fire or something like that. So for them to be releasing 7 products, that's way more than I expected. A little sad about it. I was hoping they would keep things a little tighter, but as I've kind of talked about, a lot of people who are really excited about Topps taking over, this isn't the same Topps as before. This is a whole new different company. They're owned by Fanatics now. They're going to produce things at a much larger rate because, they've watched Panini do it. They've seen how much money Panini makes. So, they're probably going to do the same thing. They're going to release bigger checklists, more parallels, more products. All the stuff that Panini did, Topps is probably going to do now, and we're just going to have to get used to it and just deal with it. But so 7 products. I'm really interested in what those 7 products could be because, they tend to borrow things from like baseball and a few others. So there's some ideas that, maybe Stadium Club, if they bring back Finest or Bloodlines, like some of the older sets like that, that would be amazing. So everyone's going to be guessing, but that's what, this said was 7 new products. So props to Turnit for finding that. That's super interesting. And so after that, Blowout now has all the info about the different parallels. So that's kind of new to be released as well. So it looks like the configuration of the hobby box is going to be 12 packs per box and 8 cards per pack. That's different than the old Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome, like 2019, 2018, those were 24 packs, but 4 cards per pack. So you're getting the same amount of cards, you're just not having to open as many packs. So that's kind of cool. It's a 200 base card set, so that's twice as much as before. The old Topps Chrome sets were 100 base cards, so you're getting 200 base cards now. That's the same as Prism. I mean, you got to compare it to Panini, and more base cards is more fighters, more parallels, all that stuff. They can print more of this stuff. Again, I was kind of hoping it would be a little tighter, less of a base card set, but what can you do? That's the world we live in. I know DK Displays is very excited about this because he wants as many base cards as possible because he wants to send them out to get autographs, so he's very happy. It says each box is going to get 2 autographs. That's normal. 24 refractors is a lot. 20 unnumbered base card parallels. 4 numbered base parallels. That's interesting. So you get 4 numbered card in each. I'm surprised, maybe some of the refractors will be numbered as well. I don't know. It just seems like not very many numbered cards. And then 20 inserts. So when you go through here, you start seeing how many inserts there are. There's a ton of inserts now. There's Tale of the Tape, 1954, AKA, Super Giant, International Flair. These are all inserts, I believe. Countdown, Generation Now, Fists of Fury, Youthquake, Representing. These are the short printed ones. And then there's case hit inserts, UFC Fight Night, Let's Go, Spitting Venom, Kings and Queens, Energized. So a ton of inserts. That's pretty cool. I mean, as long as some of the inserts are cool, I'm not too bummed about that. I'm more of a base card guy, but if they make the inserts cool, I'm fine with that. And then as far as the different refractors, so Topps Chrome back 2019, 2018, they just had your X-fractors. What else did they have? Your regular refractors, and then they had the numbered ones. So they didn't have very many refractors back in the day, but now they got quite a few. You have your refractor, your prism refractor, your negative refractor, magenta, purple, speckle, aqua. Aqua is numbered to 199. Blue is numbered to 150. Green refractor numbered to 99. Blue wave refractor numbered to 75. Always love the blue waves. That's cool. Gold refractor numbered to 50. Orange refractor numbered to 25, black refractor numbered to 10, red refractor numbered to 5, and your super refractor numbered 1 of 1. I did notice there's no printing plates in this. That's kind of interesting. I was never a huge fan of the printing plates, so I'm okay with that. So you got, I think this is 15 refractors. Obviously, a lot more than they used to have in Topps Chrome, but again, this is the day and age we live in. They just do more refractors. They need to make more things like this so they can print more of this stuff and make more money. I was looking to compare it to Prism, which is right here, and this is all the Prism refractors. And here you have like, I think there's like 20 something of them. It's, more about 20. So Topps Chrome is going to have less parallels than Prism did. So that's good. It's not as crazy watered down, but still quite a few. And yeah, so that's all the details about this. I mean, it gets into all the different numbered versions of the autographs, and it shows you all the autographs they're going to have here: Octagon Legends, Future Stars, UFC Signatures, Hall of Fame autographs, Youthquake Signatures. That's a hobby exclusive. Chrome Veteran autographs, Chrome Rookie autographs, Main Event autographs, and Marks of Champions autographs. So whole bunch of different autographs you can get. Obviously we don't have a checklist now, so we just have to kind of guess who would be in each one of these. But just kind of cool to see how they broke down everything. My initial feelings is just a lot of inserts and some new parallels that I'm interested to see. It might be cool to see, what these different refractors look like. I got to get used to saying refractors, now that we're back in Topps. Okay, so from here, we're going to look at some designs and talk about that. So, first thing I want to talk about is the base card design. Now, this is really where base cards are really important to me. I mainly collect base cards. I always love a good base rookie card. That's my favorite stuff. And I was really hopeful for a beautiful base card design because in the past, 2019, 2018, those Topps Chrome base cards are gorgeously designed to me. And I was hoping for something like that. And then we got this. I don't love this. This almost kind of looks like a Prism card to me. It's like such a big border. I mean, I get, they have these little octagons. Those are cool, but honestly, I'm getting a little sick of seeing octagons on everything with UFC. But, it's cool. It is an action shot, but again, I just wish the borders weren't so heavy. Most Topps Chrome back in the day, the photo was much bigger and the design was way less prominent. So, I was a little disappointed when I saw this. And, it's funny because I was like, why does this seem different to me? And I realized something. So, if you go back and you look, we'll start with 2017. 2017, Topps Chrome, you had UFC. It stole its design from baseball. They're always the same. UFC, baseball, same exact design. Same thing with 2018. This is literally my favorite set. Like, I love the design of these cards. The photo goes all the way to the border. You have this cool thing right here. Here's your UFC. Here's your baseball. Again, the exact same. 2019. UFC, baseball. So every time in the past, Topps Chrome has always looked like Topps baseball. It's gotten the same design. So I was hoping that this year that would be the case, but no, this is a specific UFC design because Topps baseball this year looks like this. See, I was hoping for this. I really like this design. I love the neon. The border is nice and thin. I like the faded border. I was really hoping that they were going to do the same thing and make this a UFC card, but they didn't. They decided this year that UFC was going to get its own design and be separate from baseball. So I'm a little disappointed. What can you do? You can't control everything. And, I'm hoping that when I see these in person, I'll like them better and I see more, different types of the action shots and stuff like that. And of course, this is this is a super fractor. So this is a one of one. This is a card you would actually really want. And also shows you that you're going to have Shara's rookie card in there. And, this guy's a big prospect. So that's pretty cool that we know he's going to have a card in there. That's the base card. And then after that, they showed us inserts. Here's our inserts. These are kind of, some I like, some I don't like. You start off with this John Jones Spitting Venom. This is a very, very, I think it's a case hit. It's not my favorite. I don't think it's the coolest thing in the world as a case hit. I mean, I guess it's cool, but I don't know. The main thing about these is I wish they had more action shots. I'm so sick of just, everyone with their arms in the air, just standing there. So I was really hoping for more. Youthquake is something, I believe they have that in baseball. That's very popular. You have Aaron Blanchfield here. Again, I don't love this, but maybe with different photo or different example, I will. I try not to judge these things too much because you're just getting one example, and they will look so different when they're in hand and shiny and just, the way they're going to look. I don't know what this Conor McGregor is. It doesn't say what kind of insert that is. It doesn't do much for me. All the Glory, John Jones. I kind of like the sky behind it. I don't really love the type. Again, it's not really super exciting to me. These two I do like. This is Zhang Wei Li. This is it looks like a playing card. They actually did this with baseball, and I love it. Let's see if I have it here. Yeah, this is the Shohei Ohtani. It was called All Aces. That's just a beautiful card. So I'm pretty excited about that. I like that Zhang card a lot. I'll probably collect those. I might just try to make a set of those because that's really cool insert. And then this is the 1954 Topps throwback. So let me see if I can show you what the old 1954 Topps looks like. Let's see. 1954 Topps. There's a Hank Aaron rookie that's super famous. This card right here. So you have that, and then this is the, oh, nope. What am I doing here? Oh, there it is. So the Max Holloway is the UFC version of it. So you can compare them kind of like this. It's pretty cool. Don't hate that at all. I believe, these lines right here are not going to be on the card. That's just like the way they show online that it's a shiny chrome card. It'll actually be more like plain like this. So, again, I think these could be really cool, especially in different parallels and stuff. So I think I'll collect those as well. And then they showed us some autographs. And these are autographs. This is your base auto right here, the nape. I actually like this, and I think this is what the vertical version of the base card is going to look like. And this doesn't bother me as much. I guess it still has a pretty thick border, but I tend to like the vertical better, and I like how his arm's coming out of the design a little bit. So that's pretty cool to me. Hopefully they use really great action shots and a lot of it. That's my real one true hope, but we will see. This Sean O'Malley, I don't like at all. This looks like Striking Signatures. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was a 2020 product. It was the last Topps product, and it was all autos, but I don't really like those cards, and it seems like they really did a similar design with this. See, I have one right here. So this is a Striking Signatures, Corey Sandhagen. I mean, very similar to me. Not a huge fan, so not really stoked on that one. Future Stars, this is something that's also in baseball. I don't hate that, and honestly, that's really cool to see that they're getting Patty to sign. One thing I am really hopeful is that Fanatics is going to use their pull with agents and just athletes in general and get more people to sign than Panini could. So we might get, who knows, John Jones possibly, who knows, maybe even they throw money at Connor. Connor signs again. I'm really hopeful they can get people to sign. If hopefully all the rookies will sign. They're going to pay way more than Panini did because they just have deeper pockets. And lastly is this Islam Makhachev auto. I don't know what this is called, but I like that too. I like the design. I think it's cool. I wouldn't mind collecting that card at all. So the autos look cool to me. That's really my thoughts on it. On everything. Overall, I'm excited. I don't love the look of everything, but I have a feeling once I see them in hand, I'm really going to like them. I did pre-order a box. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know your thoughts on all this. I want to know how you guys feel about Topps taking over the license, how you feel about, the Chrome images they've put out so far, and just, what you think is going to happen going forward. I'd love to hear from you guys. So as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time.